Hey everybody, I'm Sequoyha. I'm a physical therapist here at Patterson PT. Today I'm going to be talking to you about some tips and stretches to help your workstation be more efficient and to decrease stress on your neck, back, and hands. So first we're going to start with our base of support. When sitting at a desk, you want to make sure that your feet are flat on the floor, that we have a good base of support, and that the knees are about level with the hips, not too much higher or lower. Also, we want to make sure that we're sitting all the way back into our chair so that we can utilize our back support properly. And now we want to make sure that we're not too far away from our workstation. If we're too far away, we end up leaning forward here and putting more stress on the back, or this way, putting more stress on the back as well. So, in order to prevent that, all you should do is just make sure you're scoot close enough to your workstation that you don't have to put that excessive amount of stress. Now, your elbows should be just relaxing at your side, and your wrist shouldn't be too much extended or too much flexed, just in a neutral position to do your work. If you find it difficult to get your feet on the floor, even though you're level with your screen, then you can also use a step stool in order to help with your base of support. Alright, also lastly, it's very important to make sure that your screen is at eye level so you don't have to look up or down and put extra stress on your neck while you're doing your work. So now we're going to go over some stretches that you can do in your chair while at work to help decrease stress on the neck and back. First, we're going to do a simple stretch for the low back. We're just going to separate the feet, bring the hands down in between the feet for a simple stretch into the low back. Alright, now we're going to stretch your quadratus lumborum muscle, which connects up to your last rib and down to the top of your pelvic bone. In order to stretch this muscle, we're just going to make sure we're sitting up tall, not slumped over, and we're going to go straight over to the side. And once we get up to the side, we're going to reach up towards the ceiling to get an extra pull on that muscle. Okay, now we're going to stretch the thoracic area. So you can go straight over, but also you want to come back, hands behind the head, and make sure you're all the way back in your seat supported, feet on the floor, and you're just going to lean back over your chair to feel a good stretch through your upper and mid back. Alright, we're going to stretch the back of the hip now, your piriformis muscle. So all you're going to do is bring your foot over the opposite knee. Make sure you're up tall, and you can pull the knee up towards the opposite shoulder to feel the pull in the back of your hip. Alright, now we're going to stretch around the neck. So we're just going to go ear to shoulder. And then to get more pull on the upper trap muscle, you're going to kind of aim your ear down a little bit more forward towards your armpit. And lastly, we're going to stretch the front of the neck. So all you're going to do here, lean your head over to the side a little bit, and you're going to swing your chin up towards the ceiling, and you should feel a stretch on one side in the front of your neck. Alright, lastly, we're going to stretch your forearm muscles. So, when you're typing a lot, these muscles here can get pretty tight. So, for starters, to stretch the wrist flexor muscles, you're just going to turn your palm up, elbow straight, and you're just going to press down using your other hand, and you'll feel a stretch up through here towards the inside of your elbow. Now we're going to stretch the wrist extensor muscles, so you're just going to flip your hand over, palm down, and again, elbow straight. You're just going to give yourself a little bend at the wrist with the other hand, and you'll feel a stretch here towards the outside of your elbow. So, if you're having any neck or back pain while doing your work at your workstation, or you'd like to simply prevent this pain and discomfort, then give a few of these tips and stretches a try and see how they can help make your workstation work better for you.